Hi guys, it's Andrew here from Eastonmade Wood Splitters today, and welcome back to the Eastonmade channel. I am out here in the wood yard. I have our Eastonmade Evo here. This is a 40 horsepower gas model with a 30-ton cylinder on it. And if you want to see a machine just like this run in person, you're going to want to come to the fellowship at the Furnace Friday, June 27th in Perryville, Maryland. This is an Eastonmade demo day. Brad McGurk from Firewood at the Furnace puts this on. Brad's become a great friend of mine. Wonderful, wonderful guy. And there's gonna be lots of great people at the fellowship at the Furnace. That's what it is. It's about getting people together that are like-minded and just having a fun day running some Eastonmade gear. There's gonna be just about everything we build there. Brad's got a wrapper. There's gonna be an axis there. His 1222, STK 24. He's got his Evo. I think there's a couple other guys bringing some other machines to check out. So go over to his website. It's firewood@thefurnace.com. There's a sign-up sheet there. He wants you to sign up if you can, just so he knows how many people are going to be coming. If you can't do it or whatever, I'm sure it's fine. But it just gives us a number of people that are going to be coming to the show or to Brad's place. Again, guys, this is the third year in a row we've done it. Last couple years we've done it at the end of January, and we haven't had great weather. This is the first time we've done it at this time of year. It's gonna be pretty cool for me and the wife and the kids. We're gonna be down there, gonna make a little vacation out of it. So I'm really looking forward to it. And again, just meeting great people, because that's what it's all about, guys. I want to align myself with loyal people that are really good to me, that help promote my products. And that's what I try to do here, guys. I try to help people out. I wanna help their businesses grow. I want to help bring awareness to our products, and again, guys, it's about helping each other. If I work with a YouTube channel, I want to help them, and I expect them to come and help me back in the same way and be respectful about it. And I really enjoy having the content creators have kind of their own free will over stuff. I'm not normally too picky about a lot of stuff. I've got a little more keen on the last couple of years who I want to work with and who I don't want to work with. And again, guys, it's just about promoting each other and pushing for each other to see each other do better. That's what life is all about. And I try to keep good people around me, and that's what I like to do, guys. And again, the fellowship of the Furnace is that. Like there's going to be a great bunch of people there, like-minded individuals, firewood producers, people that like doing firewood. That's what it's all about. So June 27th, guys, come on out to Perryville, Maryland if you're around. It's going to be a really great day at it, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. But here's what I got. I've got our Eastonmade Evo here. This is the best processor in its class right now. I'm fairly confident saying that, guys. That being said, there's a lot of good processors. This is a competitive market, but I truly feel we've got the best mousetrap here. So what I've got in this right now, there's a 30-ton cylinder. We have a 20-ton option, a 30-ton option. The 30-ton's a little bit slower than the 20-ton. But you have more wedge options. And this has the standard 40 horsepower gas. We have an optional diesel that is actually about twice the speed as this. But what we have is a 16-way grid wedge in this. This is a 3.5-inch spacing. We do a 2.5 and a 4.5-inch spacing. But you can see how pretty that firewood is when it comes out of the center of that wedge. That's what it's all about, is you guys having a good quality product when it comes out the back of this machine, and that's key to it, guys. There's a couple of different ways to do this too. I've seen this done sort of like a box wedge style, which works fine, but you're cycling back and forth, or a 14-inch piece of wood, you're cycling it back and forth 3 or 4 times, so it's effectively 3 or 4 times slower than what it is to push it through once. And I know I'm going to have guys mention scrap and stuff. You're dividing a piece of wood up that many times, you're going to have scrap, guys. Doesn't matter how you do it. But the key to this is time, saving time. If you've got to resplit pieces of firewood, that is costing you valuable time. You don't get your time back, guys. You're going to have a little bit of scrap, but if you don't need to rehandle the wood, you don't need to touch it again. That's the key to it. And that is what that helps out too. So that is our drum tumbler. This is a prototype. This is the first time I've actually run it behind a firewood processor myself. But this is going to separate all the little fines out, the scrap, all that kind of stuff. We have a disc cleaner too that works. The disc cleaners work incredible. They work really, really nice, guys. But they're a little more expensive. The drum tumbler is going to come in with a really competitive price point on it. and it's a lot lighter to move. So if you have smaller equipment, you can actually move this around. Where the drum tumbler, you have to have a good, or the disc screener, sorry, you need to have a large piece of equipment to move it around. Where this, you should be able to move it with a mid-sized tractor sort of thing. Something with, and this is gonna weigh right around 1,700 pounds and around there, 1,700 pounds. So you can move this with a lot smaller piece of equipment and set it up in your wood yard a whole lot easier than you would a disc screener. And you also have the price point. This thing is gonna be priced really well. I don't know exactly what it is yet. We're working on that. So stay tuned the next couple weeks and we'll be able to show you what's happening there. But yeah, guys, like I said, this Revo. A couple other things to notice on this machine. The saw on this is an automatic feed. So it's a really redundant, basic way we do this. So regardless of whether the chain's dull or sharp or whatever, it will adjust its own speed going through the wood. It's all automatic. As soon as you pull the lever, as soon as it clamps, it comes down, comes back up. The log stop is also a really nice feature on that, because if you're doing firewood, you want to have really consistent length of wood. You want to be able to do it easily. If you have a flag sticking down, you're always going to hunt for it. It's not going to be near as consistent as what that is. Whatever you have that set to, it can go from 12 to 20 inches. That is the length of wood. As long as you're running it into that, the wood's always going to be consistently bang on. And then the controls on this is a really easy system too. It's a one-handed auto cycle, so you don't have two handles you got to pull on. It's not like you need to run a separate clamp. Live deck forward and reverse saw, up, down, in feed. It's really, really simple, guys. And they are a sealed valve, and a lot of them run like open implement style valves on them. We don't. We run a good sealed valve on these. They're a really nice setup. Yeah, so anyways, guys, that's what I've got for you. Main thing to take out of this is fellowship at the furnace, Friday, June 27th. Gonna be a great day at it. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'll fire this up. I'll show you guys how this runs, and we'll get back at her. Thanks. Well, guys, I think that's the first time I've ever done a mic'd up video of running the firewood processor, so hopefully this works out all right. I've, again, experimental here, but hopefully I'll be able to talk you through sort of what's going on here while I run this machine. Gotta come over here. We're running the drum tumbler off of a power pack right now. So I'll get it fired up. There we go, guys, we're in business. So you can see bringing that log in, you have a lot of consistency there. You can touch that plate and you know exactly how long your wood is. The saw is completely automatic. On the wedge adjustment's all hydraulic. You have a lot of adjustment there. And get it right where you want it. So we're trying to get it through the bottom set of 4-ways here. And you can see it's going to extrude, more or less extrude that piece of wood. You're going to have a little bit of slivering off it, but you're going to have 4 really nice pieces out of that chunk of wood that's right around that 8-inch mark. And again, just one hand for auto cycle on it, guys. You're not having to reach for 2 levers, which is nice. These things are just a joy to run. They run so smooth. You can put just about anybody on one of these machines. You can see when I get to the end of the piece of wood here, I want to try and keep that clamp half close. Bring it up and touch my stop. You take a couple of seconds just to make sure that piece of wood's square going through there. You're going to make nicer wood. And the last cut, we always cut the cookie off the front of it here. And then from the back of the clamp to the saw is measured out at 16 inches. So project's really easy. Has those kickers on it. Kind of helps stop another piece from going in, and it helps you kick the piece of wood back into the back side of the trough. And you'll see that with it too, guys, is because the trough is shaped like that, it always throws the piece of wood, or tries to throw the piece of wood to the very back. And it's really nice because that's kind of the ideal spot for the saw to cut from, is on the inside like that. Not really any different than your normal chainsaw. You don't want to be cutting on the tip of your chainsaw. The machine's nice because you can cut and split at the same time. So when the pusher's coming back, I can start the saw cycle. And it works really nice. This one here, like I said, it's a 30-ton splitter cylinder on it. So it has a lot more power, but it's a little bit slower. But with that 30-ton option, you have a lot more wedges you can get with it. Like I said, we're running the 16-way wedge in this right now. And you can see us making nice looking firewood coming up the back end of that. Again, running the wedge, running the clamp just above the log to keep the log from tipping in there. So this one here, we'll keep it nice and close. Run the clamp. And then we'll pull that cookie out and keep it from being in our wood pile. Got some pretty nice logs on here today. And if you're running a firewood processor, you're probably going to want to buy your logs from somebody that's going to supply you consistent logs. You want to have good logs coming in. This machine can run some really crooked, gnarly looking stuff just because of the way the trough's designed on the infeed trough. What you don't make is nicer product. So when you guys are selling your own firewood to your customers, you want to make sure that you have a premium product going out. Because the firewood business is all about client retention. You want to be able to keep those clients you have happy so they buy off you next year and continue to do so. So if you can deliver them a nice consistent product like what we're making right now, that's clean when you drop it off, and add more service to it. I know a lot of guys don't like stacking wood, but I know lots of guys that have made a really good business out of stacking firewood and having that extra service to go with it. And people often wonder how people get so much for their firewood. The price of firewood varies so much. Well, the people that get big money for it are normally people that have value-added firewood, that do a really nice job. One, with cutting the firewood, they have a consistent product, and two, with having a good service that goes with it. So I'll do one more for you guys. I think Jeremy wants to run a couple through this machine before it goes. So typically that's what we'll do. We'll have a couple of us run a firewood processor before it leaves, and we have a couple of sets of eyes on it. Normally myself, Jeremy, Trevor Harkness, or Cole. So those are kind of the four guys that run them. Trevor, Harkness, and Cole have been building processors since we started doing Eastonmade. Both of them are amazing technicians, great guys. And again, guys, it's all about having good people. I've got really good help, and I try to keep good people around me. That's the only way you're gonna be the best at what you do if you have good people. No different than pro sports. That's kind of what I tell people. The reason the Florida Panthers are winning right now is because they've got a good team. They've got the whole package. They've got goaltending, they've got forwards, they've got defense. They're doing really well. I really hope the old Edmonton Oilers win, but it's going to be tight. And you can see I'm adjusting that wedge kind of as we're going through that log on the different size of logs. And you can see that we're actually able to adjust the wedge. A lot of machines, they don't have any hydraulic down pressure, so there's actually no downward pressure as you're splitting a piece of wood. You got to clean everything out from underneath there. This is pretty good. You can see with that 16-way wedge going, it's off the pile of wood that comes out the back of it. We have little skinnier conveyors on the Evo. It's just because of weight. You got to be able to tow these. These tow really good down the road behind a half ton. So if you want to have a new mobile workbook, then you could pretty easily. And bring that clamp down just above the wood. Try and keep it nice and tight as we go. You want to try and get the cuts as square as you can. If it's not square, you're not going to go through the wedge square. And it's going to be one, harder on the machine, and two, you're going to be making uglier looking wood like this guy right here. And it's just the nature of the beast, guys. So we'll cut that little cookie off. Get rid of that guy. Bob's your uncle, guys. Got most of my totes filled out there. Like I said, that drum tum is working real nice. That wood that's coming in here is prime stuff. That's good looking wood right there. And it's keeping up with that 16-way wedge, no problem at all. That was just a couple of pieces, a couple of logs on there, guys. Like I said, Brad's got one of these machines at his place, one of these 30-ton Evo machines at his place that you'll be able to run yourself if you want to run it. I'll be there. Lots of other YouTubers will be there. And it should be a really, really good day at it, guys. Like I said, the Fellowship of the Furnace, it's just a great gathering of firewood guys. So I hope you're able to make it out. Hopefully we get great weather for it. Like I said, the last couple of years hasn't been great. I think Ken Bauer might actually be cooking us lunch. I don't know for sure, but if you don't follow Ken's cuts, there's another guy you got to follow. It doesn't get much better. So anyways, guys, if you liked the video, give her a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down on the bottom. I hope to see you on the next one. Should be coming up. I'll have more information on this thing here. Again, another week or two probably. We're just working out the pricing on it to make sure we have it right, both for us and for you guys. Anyways, have a great day, guys.